Hey people, it's your girl Uzo, and this is Uzo BE Living, the vlog where I talk about studying, living, working in Belgium. Today I have a very interesting guest, and we're going to be having a very interesting conversation about studying, living, and finding work in Belgium. This is one conversation you don't want to miss. So, if you're ready, let's get started. So, welcome back. Today, I have a guest, an interesting guest. Her name is Utibe. I call her Uti, so I'm going to be calling her Uti in this conversation. So, Uti, to start with, can you share some stuff about yourself?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here.
Thank
It's such a
you.
pleasure. My name is Atibe, and I am from Nigeria, obviously. I think it's obvious. I'm not too sure if that's obvious, but anyway. Um, I'm a medical doctor by training, and I moved to Belgium when I got a master's to study public health.
Mm.
And right now, I'm working as a medical writer for pharmaceutical regulatory affairs consultancy. That's a mouthful.
Mm.
And yeah, that's just basically about me. And I live in Antwerp,
Okay.
Belgium. Yes.
Okay. So, how did you come to Belgium?
Else,
Why did you come to Belgium?
why and how? That's a long story. Short answer is I was studying in Ukraine and I did my medical degree in Ukraine. And I was also pursuing my specialization in a specialty. And my second year of the specialty was when the war happened.
Okay.
And I had to move because of the war.
Uh,
So moving to Europe was a whole new experience. Just, yeah, I don't even want to go into that. And then I moved to Belgium. I got to Belgium in October of 2022. Yeah. And so I came to Belgium after I got my master's program, and then that's how I moved to Belgium. And I did my program till the next year.
Okay. So, which school did you study here?
I went to the Institute of Tropical Medicine.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so I think it's quite well known worldwide as
Yeah.
one of the public health institutions. So yeah, that's where I went to.
It's interesting you say that because my previous guest went to ITM and he said that ITM is scholarship based.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So how tell us, how did you get your scholarship?
Honestly, I think it was God in the whole process
Yeah.
because when I applied for the master's program, the program application period had already closed.
Oh.
Yeah, so I applied based on I had someone who was going to be my advocate at the school, try to advocate for me to still come in, but given my special circumstance. And yeah, that's how I got in. And I was also able to secure the scholarship as well.
Okay. Again, referring to my previous guest, he said that basically there are two pathways to getting scholarship in ITM. One is work experience, two is academic experience. So, would you say it is your academic experience as a medical doctor that also helped you get the scholarship in
Yeah,
ITM?
I think majorly yes.
Okay.
Because if they were going to say work experience, I didn't qualify.
Yeah, okay.
Because I barely had any work experience in that sense. My academic background was what gave me the opportunity to be able to get in. Yeah.
Okay, so you came to Belgium from Ukraine.
Yes.
How was the switch for you? How did you find life? What's the difference between living in Ukraine and living in Belgium?
There are lots of differences. I usually say there are pros and cons. For me, living in Ukraine was more like living still sheltered under my parents' roof.
Oh.
Yeah, I usually say it's a bubble because you have a very close-knit community there of students, and you guys are just yourselves there. It's little community in the larger Ukrainian community.
Why do you say that?
I say that because the Ukrainian society is more or less a closed society. You have people who are friendly, but that's about it. Friendly. but but then we for you to be able to survive in that kind of environment, you have to create a community for yourself.
Okay.
So the student community was that community. So you had a church community, you had a student community, we comprised of almost always the same people.
Yeah.
So then that's why I call it a
Yeah.
bubble.
Yeah.
So it's just you might almost never know what's happening in the general Ukrainian political atmosphere or whatever unless you see it on the news or you're told at school. So I say Ukraine was a bubble because I was still very much under my parents' financial support. Yeah, if you don't work for yourself, you will never know.
Yeah, indeed, indeed.
So my parents were the ones supporting I and my sisters, I would say, because we were three in Ukraine. And you don't really feel, even if I ventured into business at some point, but then that was just, oh, spare extra things coming in here and there. But then main support was still my parents. Um, so in that regard, I was still a bit oblivious to what real life was like. Because when I moved to Belgium, first of all, the whole journey to Belgium was long.
Yeah, I
Because,
can imagine.
yeah, first of all, we left Ukraine, then we went to Romania. We were in Romania for like 2 months.
Wow.
Then we moved to Hungary. We were there for
Wow.
a month. Then from Hungary, we moved to the Netherlands.
Wow.
And I was there for about 7 months.
Wow.
But I say I because my sisters then moved to Germany,
Okay.
and they've been there for since they moved there.
Okay,
So
okay. And then you came to
and then
Belgium.
I came to Belgium.
So maybe just quickly tell us like the differences you have seen, in terms of studying there, studying here, living there, living here.
Yeah. So living in Belgium was a lot more different because now I had to be financially independent. Now the independence was real. Because previously I was, oh yeah, I'm financially independent because I had a business on the side. But yeah, no. Then now you have to pay your bills. You have to, if you want something, you have to earn the money to get the thing.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So living in Ukraine, like I mentioned, was a bubble. So I really didn't feel what it felt like to be an adult in an adult society where you earn your money to get the things you want or need. Moving to Belgium, I had to start looking for work.
Yeah. So did you have a student job in Ukraine?
No,
Or it was just business.
It was just business
okay.
because in Ukraine, by law, you were not allowed to work as a foreign student.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
you were depending on either your parents or you had a scholarship or somebody was sponsoring you. So you could not go there
Wow.
and work. So you were solely dependent on whoever was sponsoring you. So when I came to Belgium, the first few months, because I was still getting an allowance from the scholarship, so I didn't really bother with jobs or looking for a job. But when I finished the program, now real life hits me because now I have to look for a job.
Yeah.
I got one almost immediately, but the only issue was that my student permit was expiring, and so I could not continue the job until I got the new card.
Okay, I think we're going into
But I mean
we're going to talk about that later.
But aside from that, I've also gotten to learn a lot about myself because now in Ukraine I talk to the same set of people, and I didn't really know how to make friends and be friendly. So Belgium has also taught me to meet a lot of people. In Ukraine, I my circle was always Africans. Now in Belgium, I've learned to mix with other people from other cultures as well. Ukraine is very closed in that sense, but Belgium is much more open. People are friendly. I mean, people say Belgians are very, very friendly, and I mean beyond just friendly. But I think that that's a lie. I think like they're closed but friendly. Yeah, that's the difference. Ukrainians are closed and closed. There's no in between.
Okay. So looking at your time so far in Belgium, what helped you the most, and Before you came here, what do you wish you had known about society? I think it's a twofold question. What helped you the most, like to settle in, especially now that you have said in Ukraine, you just knew the same circle of people and you were, but now, what has helped you the most to sort of?
So when I moved to Belgium, I didn't move alone.
Oh yeah.
So that was one of my main supports because
Okay.
I moved with a friend
Yeah.
and we were together.
And
We stayed on the same floor at our school.
yeah.
We're in the same institution as well. We got
Yeah.
the same program.
Mm.
So her being there was my greatest support
Mm.
because she was the one who made the friends.
And then
I
and
was
you
the
talk.
one.
Yeah, I remember because actually I started talking to her first.
She made the friends I tagged along.
Okay.
Funny thing is
Okay.
that the person who used to have that role before was my sister.
Ah,
So she would
yeah,
make the
yeah,
friends, I'll
yeah,
tag
yeah.
along. So now she was the one who would break the ice in
Mm.
any space we were in. And that helped me get comfortable
Okay,
with
yeah,
meeting new
yeah,
people
yeah.
more often. And we tried to do things together.
Mm.
So that was one of the main things that kept me going. And
Mm.
also the program, when we joined the program, the program constitutes of people from, they say, low middle
Mm.
income countries, but then they were very friendly, they
Mm.
were very accommodating, much older than I am,
Yeah.
or I was, but then still very
Mm.
accommodating, which was very helpful.
Mm.
The institution to the teachers, most of the teachers at the institution are very helpful as well,
Mm.
and supportive. So that really helped me settle in bit
Okay.
by bit. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You had the second half of the
Yes. What do you
question.
wish you had known earlier before you started studying or living in Belgium?
um, I think what I wish I had known earlier was the process behind um, working in my field in Belgium.
Mm.
That's one of the things that I wish I had known. I don't know if anything would have changed, but at least the
Mm.
awareness of that would have helped a lot.
So you wanted to work as a doctor?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wanted to
you'd have
continue
loved.
working.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have loved to work as a doctor in there, all the requirements around
Okay,
that.
as an aside, you mentioned that you stayed in your school, you stayed on the same floor. So is it that your school gives you accommodation with the scholarship, or you had to find accommodation and then both of you found the same place or something?
So you get an accommodation. They recommend you get an accommodation with the institution.
Okay, so the institute has its own
Yes,
accommodation.
yes.
Okay, so it's easier. So you don't know anything about the struggle for accommodation until
No, I didn't until I finished my program, and then the hunt for a house was real.
oh my god. Okay. Okay, so my next question is about the search year.
Yeah,
Because I think, no, you did the search year before me,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So when you moved into the search year, so how was it for you? Like, what strategies did you use? What did you focus on? Like, how was the struggle to find work?
Um, I when I moved into the search year,
Hmm.
I was not very optimistic because
Hmm.
I knew the degree I had. I knew my academic background.
Hmm.
I didn't also have a lot of work experience,
Hmm.
and so I had a lot of disadvantages compared to advantages that I could use to work in the field I wanted to go
Hmm.
into, because I was looking for jobs in academia and
Hmm.
with clinical trial uh, pharmaceutical companies
Hmm.
and stuff like that. So, but my background did not give me an edge in those spaces.
Hmm.
I already knew before I got into the search here because I already started applying for jobs,
Hmm.
and yeah, no success at all.
Hmm.
So then, what I did was I just kept going.
Yeah.
At some point, you just have to keep going.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then just searching for jobs, applying. It got to a point I knew if I kept going like this, I would not find what I'm looking
Hmm.
for. So then I started looking for a support system, anything outside myself that could
Hmm.
help me find a job. Then I came across a flyer for an organization that helps people find jobs
Oh,
here.
okay.
So it's a mentorship program.
Yeah.
They pair you with, it's a one-on-one, it's very personalized. So
Mm.
they pair you with a retiree who worked in your field
Mm.
and knows the job market and has their network. So so I was paired. I reached out to them, and they finally paired me with a mentor.
Mm.
And when
Sorry, did you have to pay for that
no, it
program?
was a free service.
Okay, so but is it applicable to everyone? Anyone can just go in? Is there like, because I know in Belgium and a lot of Europe can be very there's ageism that goes on. So there's ageism.
You're not wrong.
So yeah. So like, what is there like an age limit or it's open to everyone?
There's an age limit. I
Okay.
think the age limit was 30 years.
Okay.
So you had to be younger than
Yeah,
30 to be
30.
able
Yeah.
to get
Okay.
into the
Okay.
program. Yeah.
Okay. But is there a limit on nationality or anything else? No
No,
other
I
limits.
don't think there was a limit to
Okay.
nationality because
Okay.
when I looked at the testimonial wall, we saw all
Hmm.
nationalities. I
Okay.
mean, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So keep going.
Where was I?
So you paired with someone
Yeah,
who.
so I paired with a mentor,
Yeah.
and when I first met him, he was not very optimistic about my situation as well
Wow.
because um, I had a limited time with
Yeah.
my visa.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, you know Antwerp.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a very big city. So
Yeah.
when you apply for your where your residence card, it's
Mm-hmm.
going to take much
Yeah.
longer
Yeah.
than someone who's living in a smaller
Yeah.
city.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, when I applied for my card, it took me 5 months to get it. So my 5 months already started counting
Yeah.
from when I got I sent in my application.
Yeah.
So 5 months had already gone
Yeah.
from my whole
Yeah.
stay.
From 12 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So now I just had very little to
Yeah.
work with. And so my mentor, he was not very optimistic. He gave me my options. He said, "These are the options we have
Yeah.
here. What do you think?" And I looked at the options. I said, "Well, these options are not exactly what I'm looking for."
Yeah.
So I too was not very
Yeah.
optimistic. It was more of we decided to work together anyway
Mm.
because at the end of the day, if you don't try, you'll never know
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
work.
Indeed.
So
Yeah.
we ended up I ended up actually getting my current job through him.
Oh. Okay.
So what happened was that he reached out to his network. I
Mm.
would apply for jobs. I had a whole Excel sheets
Yeah.
of jobs I was applying
Yeah.
to, what
Yeah. Yeah.
responses,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he would uh, help me reach out to some of the companies I applied
Applied to.
to
Yeah.
where he had his own network as
Mm.
well.
Okay.
So then he reached out to my current boss and said, "Oh, I have someone here who would like to venture into
Yeah.
your field, which is regulatory affairs."
Yeah.
And I had no idea what regulatory affairs was.
Yeah.
So I had to now read up on it and
Mm.
get knowledgeable
Yeah. Yeah.
about the
Yeah.
whole
Yeah. Yeah.
thing. And then I met her. First meeting was supposed to be a casual, hey,
Mm.
get to know you
Yeah.
talk. Ended up being my first interview.
Wow.
Yeah, and then went on like that.
Yeah.
And within within 5 months of meeting, I say 5 months because I was also still waiting for a new card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I got the job and
Okay.
I started working.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
And it's
thank
been
you.
over a year.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. To take you back a bit, to when you were talking about moving from Ukraine and moving here, and the fact that students are not allowed to work in Ukraine. You were trying to tell us about the switch between trying to find work, and do you want to talk a little about that?
Um,
Because the reason I'm asking is because I know that before you got your current job, you also worked a bit.
yes, I did.
Yeah. So please share.
So when I finished my program,
Yeah.
I found a place, thankfully, and my house owner was very receptive in that here in Belgium, if you don't have a job, the chances of you finding a house is low.
Yeah. 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 Belgium wants to turn someone to criminal.
My dear. I started working at Zara, the clothing brand store, and I worked there for 2 months.
Yeah.
And there was a break because of my card.
Yeah.
and then I went back again in April of last no not is it last year, 2 years
2 years ago,
ago,
yeah, 2 years
yeah,
ago, yeah.
and I worked there for about 5 months.
Okay.
So in that period, the break in between the first time when I got the job and when I went back again,
Yeah.
oh, it was tough.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But it's also that it's very humbling, because you think, oh, I have all these degrees, I should be working in the so, and your ego just gets to you, and you think that, oh, I deserve this, I deserve that, and when life really hits you and puts you in a place like that, then
Yeah.
it's really humbling,
Yeah.
and you get to learn that to appreciate every little thing,
Everything. I know, I
everything.
know, I know. I know. It's interesting you say that because even with Google, my other guest, we're just talking about how he worked in MSF, he had all this experience, and then he for his such he had to work as logistics worker. Pretty much the same as me. Like when I think about, oh yeah, I have two masters and blah blah blah. But yeah, it is what
Yeah,
it
I
is.
know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's very humbling, really.
Yeah, but again, congratulations,
Thank
and
you.
I'm really really happy for you.
Thank you.
So, outside school, work, how is Belgium for you?
Um,
I think this is going to be our last question. Yeah, how is Belgium for you? What aspect of society do you enjoy the most?
um,
What do you not enjoy the most?
uh, aspect of society I don't really enjoy much is the bureaucracy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. You want to get anything administratively done, it's just a
Yeah.
heck of a hassle
Yeah.
because especially we are living in Antwerp, it's quite
Yeah.
populated,
Yeah.
and for you to get an appointment for anything administrative takes 2 weeks maybe.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So aside from that side, doctor's appointment. I don't have a
I
GP.
really.
I don't.
Okay, we have to have this conversation later because we use the same GP for Christ's sake. We have to have this conversation.
Okay. I don't have a
No, it's hard to get
GP.
to a GP.
It's so difficult to find a GP. I remember calling one clinic that was supposed to be a neighborhood clinic,
Yeah.
and I called them and I said, I don't have a GP, I need
Mm.
one. And they said, well, unfortunately, we don't cover your streets.
Wow.
And I was like, excuse me, I need a GP.
Wow.
So anyway, I had to reach out to the hospital close to my house,
Oh, okay.
and they have this service where you can get a GP temporarily until you find something for yourself. So that's what I
Yeah.
used last year,
Yeah.
and still I don't have a GP.
Wow.
That's something I don't like about Belgium.
Yeah.
It's nice that they get to um, control how many patients the doctor sees in a day, which is great for the doctor's health, especially.
Yeah.
But then there's also the aspect of if something happens to
Yeah.
me and it's not ER worthy,
Yeah.
then I don't have anybody to
Yeah.
talk to.
Talk to,
Yeah. So, I mean, they usually say that you can call the doctor, but if the doctor is not available, then
Yeah.
you're just there.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's one side.
Yeah.
Aside from that, what other thing don't I like about Belgium? The transportation system is quite nice. I just hate taking buses. They're very unreliable. Uh, yeah, everything else seems okay.
Okay.
I'm a homebody, so I don't really go out much. I'm
Do you-
trying these days.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Do you speak Netherlands? Do you speak
I
Dutch?
speak a little bit of Netherlands. I think the problem is I don't practice a lot,
Ah, yeah.
so
Okay.
I don't get to speak it outside class.
Ah, okay.
So-
You still attend Netherlands school?
No, I
Oh, you
took it-
stopped.
I stopped at some
Okay,
point.
so what level did you stop?
I stopped at 2.3.
Okay, so do you plan to go back?
Yeah, I do plan to go back.
Okay. So
At least just to finish the 2 point,
yeah,
the level
okay,
two.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so but do you think that learning Dutch helped you in one way or the other in this society?
That's an interesting question because in Antwerp, specifically in Antwerp, I don't know about all the cities. It's very international.
Yeah.
So the chances of you needing Dutch varies depending on who you're with.
Yeah.
Um, And I've heard of people who have been here for 15 years and can't speak Dutch.
Okay.
I'm like,
So in your opinion, you don't think that you
I
must
don't
learn
think I
the
must learn Dutch, but
okay.
it's just a plus. It's an added advantage. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay, okay.
because at my workplace I don't need Dutch.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's English, isn't it?
yeah, yes.
Okay, okay. Okay, well, it's been an interesting conversation, like I said, super interesting, like completely different from the last one, and I really hope you enjoy it. Now, to round off,
Yeah.
one last question. In 30 seconds, if someone is coming here to school and find work later, what is the most important things that they have to consider or they have to do in 30 seconds? What advice would you give?
Um, I would say plan.
Mm,
Try to get as much inside information as possible.
mm,
It's one thing to say, "Oh yeah, I'm moving to this
mm,
country," and you just have this flowery imagination
mm,
about what the place is going to be like.
mm,
But if you don't plan and at least get in touch with people on ground,
mm.
you might struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're coming from outside
Mm.
and you're looking for an accommodation, try to get someone here because you could get scammed.
Hot tears.
You don't want to be
Woo! Hot
telling
tears.
stories that touch the heart.
Hot tears. Again, this has been super interesting. And like she said, you have to plan, plan, plan. You have to plan. I think one of the biggest problems a lot of us made is we did not know enough about the society before coming here. But that's why you have something like this vlog to help you prepare so that you don't just come, you come in and then you already have a plan, you already know the things you need to do. And for accommodation, in my next video, I'm going to share with you I was homeless. I was homeless. But anyway, thank you so much. It was so interesting. It was so
Thank you
good to have you.
too.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you so much, you guys. Remember, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share, comment, subscribe. I love you guys. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.